Hi everyone, how are you doing? Today I'm here to talk to you about 5 Christmas traditions that I have only experienced in France so far. So I think they are traditionally French, or so I think. I think this is in the perfect theme of the season. We're coming close to Christmas. We hear Christmas song on the radio all the time. We see the Christmas decoration in the street. So what is a better subject for video than talking about tradition? So the first tradition I'm going to talk to you about is food. So in France we have what is called in general le gros souper, which is like the big supper, which is the family meal that we have on Christmas Eve, so on December 24th. Traditionally you're supposed to take it before going to the midnight mass. Now not everyone go to the mass and not everyone is religious or practice this religion, but this is like in traditional French culture, that's what it is. So what is a meal made out from? It varies from families to families, but in general there is this idea that people are gonna eat what is called chapon. Apparently in English you say capon. I don't know if I said that right at all, but it is well, that's weird. It's a rooster which when it was a baby they cut his balls off so it wouldn't grow with testosterone and some sex hormone, and because of that the meat has a different taste than like a rooster. And that is one thing I think that a lot of family eat for Christmas. But now once again we don't have a very specific set Christmas meal, but we have a very specific Christmas dessert. So this is called la bûche de Noël. So la bûche de Noël in English apparently is called a Yule Log, which is mostly a chocolate cake that has the shape, the color, and the decoration that make it look like it's a piece of tree. Not liking chocolate personally, I don't like that cake, but now I know a lot of people who love it, and it really is a tradition to eat that at the end. Second tradition is the fact that we have tradition that can be specific to the different region of France. So in Provence, for the dessert, we have what is called the 13 dessert, and it's literally 13 desserts. Now, because it comes right after a very big meal, most of the time people don't end up eating the 13 dessert, but they are technically supposed to represent Jesus and its 12 disciples. It can be made sometimes just fruit, sometimes a little bit like cake, like calisson, or it can be, one of them can be the bûche de Noël. It really depends, but the fact of having this different regional tradition for Christmas around all around France, I think it's unique to France. I haven't heard that Christmas was really different from one state to another in the United States, for example. Now, talking about decoration, France is not as big as the United States on putting Christmas light and inflatable snowmen and things like that outside. We usually keep Christmas decoration in the inside of the house. It's usually mostly only consists of a Christmas tree and some light on the Christmas tree. There is not like a evilly decorated thing. We don't have the stocking for the most part either. What we have in addition to the Christmas tree, a lot of people have small nativity scene, and those nativity scenes are made with what is called Santons, which are those small hand-painted figurines that represent the different character of the nativity scene. This is a tradition to some people have huge collection of those figurines, and they have really gorgeous nativity scene. I think that's the only other thing that we do for when it comes down to Christmas decoration outside of Christmas tree. Now some families do go full out and they put all the lights and everything, but I really don't think it's a majority. I've never walked in a street in France and saw a house with crazy lighting and everything. Now, when we come to exchanging presents in France, so I think it's kind of in the US in the part where, you know, when you have young children, it's done on the morning of Christmas Day because, you know, there is Santa Claus. And when it's older, it can be done either in the morning or on Christmas Eve. We don't have the stocking, so there is no present in the stocking, obviously. One thing that is different, though, is that when we are children and when we still believe in Santa Claus, we put our shoes under the Christmas tree. And Santa Claus come and put our present under our shoes, so we know which present are for who, and it's supposed to help Santa. And that's something I just learned recently, that Americans don't do that, and it's really weird to me to think that they don't do that. Like, how does Santa know who is in the house and whose present go to who? But, you know. Christmas markets. France has a lot of Christmas market. Even in very small town, you will find some Christmas market, and those are just, it can be a lot of things. There is a lot of food, like traditional French food. There is a lot of people selling food not to eat on the spot, but like cheese or things like that. There is, they sell like handmade things, like you will see a lot of like persons selling like their knitting creation, for example, or making bracelet, or selling the Santons that I just talked about before. This tradition is usually open air and on this market, but also outside when there is not a market. On pretty much every street corner, you will find people selling hot chestnut. Those are people that like you never see around the rest of the year. It's really just when it starts being cold and when you're coming near this Christmas season, and it ends right after Christmas. I mean, it's done for the most part. You have just people with like their little, it depends. Sometimes they just have a cart. Sometimes they have like almost a car, and they just cook chestnut, like just hot chestnut, and they give it to you in either like a kind of a popcorn bag, or like they just roll a piece of paper and they put it right in there. And it's really common for people to just come back from work or come back from school and just buy one of those and eat it on the way home. And that's something I didn't see in the US at all. Like, I'm in a pretty small town here, and I didn't see any Christmas market, and I didn't see any like hot chestnut seller. So those are the 5 traditions that French have that I didn't see in the United States. So once again, just share with me if you have any Christmas tradition, either in your family or that you know of that you think is cool, something that you think I should try. Have a great day, and I will see you soon.